Hello, Cancers. Blulady Intuition here, and today I am going to bring you a reading. This channel will be geared specifically to my Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. And so take what resonates, leave the rest. Certain parts of the reading may apply, all parts of the reading may apply, whereas no parts of the reading apply. Just use your discernment to determine what resonates with you from what does not. And so the first three cards that I have pulled from my deck are Judgment, the Three of Wands, and the King of Swords. Now, Cancers, the horn is being blown. The clarion call is being made. And I get the sense that you were in a particular situation. I'm going to pull some more cards out to really decipher what that situation is, but judgment is certainly being called in that regard. You are now in a position where you now have to look out to determine what decisions you need to make. Some of you may have been waiting for your ships to come in, and I am getting the sense that, something is coming in. Why is judgment being called? I'm going to find that out. But we also have the King of Swords here, which indicates to me that you are in a state now where you are thinking a bit more about what it is that you want, right? Let's see, what is this Judgment card about? Spirit, what is this Judgment card about? Okay. So we have the Knight of Swords, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. Something is coming to charge in, like whatever this is that judgment is being called on is coming in very swiftly. It's like fire in a forest. It burns pretty quickly, and it's coming in pretty quickly. Now, I see here that you may, like I say, you have been waiting for something to come in. Perhaps it may be finances. Perhaps you may be now in a position where your money may be stagnant, but that is about to change and turn around for the better. With the King of Swords, you are thinking of new endeavors that could potentially switch this situation up, because you may have invested in things but they didn't yield too much fruit. But there has to be a reason why. I'm getting, though, an energy where you may have been blocked, but there is this angel that has been looking over you and is calling judgment on the persons that would have been blocking you. Because look at all these people down here. Okay, let's pull one more card. you have been, there's a lot of swords energy, a lot of in your head type of energy about what perhaps your next move might be. And perhaps you have been juggling quite a few ideas and options. But why is Judgment coming in for Cancers? We see that, you know, something kind of nefarious is the word that came to mind, so I'm going to go with it. Something nefarious may have been taking place behind the scenes that would have caused this blockage for your money. But it doesn't mean that whatever you were working on won't yield any fruit. It's just that maybe the environment or the people that you were around didn't or weren't the best persons to be around you when your tree starts to bear fruit. And so I'm going to pull from another deck to see if I can get more clarity on this Judgment card. What is Judgment being called on for Cancer, Spirit? Running. Okay, you're running. Okay, massive regrets came out, so I'm going to accept that. This is a new deck, so it is very slippery until I like break it in. Let's see. Karmic cycles. And to the bottom of the deck, we have shocking news. I miss you. Divine feminine. Okay, so Cancer. Let me pursue it to the top, feeling like secret account. Cancers, I get the sense that some of you may have been involved in a repeated cycle. I'm hearing a karmic cycle. This particular card shows me that it could have potentially involved a masculine, because here we see that there is this masculine and feminine running through a field, and it still doesn't clarify for me what the Judgment is in relation to. Now, one breath, I get the sense that it could be in relation to the closing of a karmic cycle, and maybe you and this person were together and you could have walked away, they may have walked away, but there is some regret along the way. But tell me more, Spirit. Tell me more. Oh. Wish. I had a wish. Okay. Faith and prayer. Praying. Sorry, Cancers. This deck is really large. You see how small my hands are. Okay, let's try this again. Good. What else, Spirit? Goodbye. This was some sort of relationship, and it wasn't the best one. It kind of led you feeling trapped. Remember, I said that there could have been some stagnant energy, which is why this particular card, the guy, he is waiting on his plants to grow, his fruit to yield. And so I see. Okay, Kansas, got it. This person could be man or woman. We could use it interchangeably. But this person made a wish for you. And when they got you, it was like spirit gave them you. And at the time of them coming into your life, they didn't really appreciate that God is saying, here, I am bringing you this person. This is what you wished for, and I'm now going to deliver. Now, despite that, this person didn't appreciate that that's what had been taking place, or that's what, spirit kind of ordered in for them. But along the way, they had massive regrets. Not even massive regrets. They had to eventually, there was a goodbye in the situation that led to them having massive regrets about the ending of it. I get the sense that they may have been teaming up with other people to block your blessings, whether knowingly or unknowingly, because what I'm hearing is that sometimes you are the company that you keep. And so, for instance, let's just say they were around someone that didn't really favor you, because I'm getting a lot of third party energy coming in. You are the company that you keep. And so if they were surrounding themselves with people that didn't necessarily take to you, energy transfers. It doesn't, dissipate, it transfers. And so a lot of that may have been transferred to them and could have had the effect of distorting their view of you. I get the sense that you were trapped because you may have found yourself in a situation where, people feel like they know you and they don't really know you. They kind of put you in this box whereby you are to just show up how it would benefit them. And as soon as you would try to step out of that box and kind of do your own thing, they would have an issue with it. Now, at the beginning stages of this connection, it feels good. It feels like a dream come true, a wish come true. But I am sensing that as time progressed, cracks started to come up in the foundation. Maybe it wasn't a connection that was built on solid foundation, or like what I just heard was, planting a flower in soil that's not the best soil, and would have the effect of how that plant grows. It wasn't fertile soil. If anything, it could have been a lot of the same patterns and behaviors and the same lessons. It's like, one day you're good, the next day you're not, but a lot of those bad days were rooted in the same stuff. So what I'm hearing is new problem, just a different, or same problem, just a different day, right? Okay, let's see. What are they regretful for? Not happy. Well, this is a feminine energy that is not happy. Why? What's going on? Tell me, Spirit. Okay, so what I heard was be careful what you wish for, right? This person may have wished for you unknowingly, based on their conversations with God. They would have wished for you. They saw you, they liked what they saw, they liked what you represented. Stress-free, setting goals, career focus. I'm getting the sense of this independent woman. They appreciated that about you, but what caused an issue is that they relied so much on this independent woman thing. You know, maybe they were raised around only women and that's what they're used to, but that made them drop the ball. That made them not try their hardest with you because they said, well, she could do it anyway. That's what I'm getting. That is not to say that you're not independent. That's not to say that you're not capable of getting things done on your own. But at the same time, you're still very emotional. You can be sensitive. And not in the ways that, you know, people portray it now like it's a bad thing. But you know, you still want to be nurtured. You still want to be pursued is the word that I'm looking for. Thank you, Spirit. You still want to be pursued by whomever it is that you are involved with. You don't want them to just rest on the fact that you can get your things done on your own, and so I'm not going to put in the effort. And as the time went on, that was the pattern that came to the forefront. It was very little effort placed into you, right? So it almost makes me question why I get into it. Why ask God for something if you aren't ready for it, right? And so it bothered you. It bothered you that this was a connection where it's almost like you felt like the man and the woman in the relationship. Take it how it resonates, leaves what doesn't. But you know, initially you could have really loved things about this person. You know, you enjoyed their company in the very beginning, but after a while, once you had began to see certain things about them, it turned you off. It turned you off. But what was it though? What was it? Oh, shoot. Thank you, Spirit. Pain. Grants afraid. Spying and past life deja vu. Remember I said karmic lessons, repeated patterns. So maybe you and this person were together in a past life, but even in the past life, these same things keep coming up. Remember I said same problem, just a different day? It's like these things have followed you into this current life. Maybe you and this person may have been together in another, but you know, you are working on your own healing. You're praying, your faith is being increased, and so this connection may have caused you some difficulties that just didn't make you happy. You enjoy doing things on your own, but you also enjoy the companion of someone that gives just as much as they receive. Now, maybe this person was a bit sneaky. Maybe what I'm getting is they would go through your things when you weren't there. They had some trust issues with you. And that's not to say you were doing something. I just get the sense that this person may have not trusted themselves. So it's like kind of a weird thing. I'm going to ask God for this thing, but I'm not ready for it. Or what I'm also hearing is I'm going to ask God for this thing, and God is going to present me with it. And this is going to be the opportunity that will awaken me to focus and hone in on those things that need to be healed. To the bottom of the deck, you're trapped again. So this was in a relationship where you felt like you could be yourself. Maybe they did some grooming, like trying to mold you to be their perfect person when they should have just accepted who you were. You know, you couldn't possibly be yourself around this person. And so, yeah, it caused conflict. What were their intentions for you? Let's clarify that. What were their intentions for you? Because they saw who you were before you met them, and they liked it. But when there was a connection formed between the two of you, they wanted to put you inside of this box that didn't lead to your happiness. What I'm hearing is, you know, sometimes they will come to you and say, well, I heard this about you, I heard that about you. You know, I feel like you're involved with other people, and that's just not who you are. You enjoy a stress-free life, so this connection did bring in some stress for you, some pain. Maybe you were apprehensive about it in the beginning, but there was this happy-go-lucky, let's run in the field type of energy that came at the beginning of the connection. What were their intentions with you? Because you see someone being who they are, and then you try to mold them and put them in a box. What was their intention for you, Cancer? What were their intentions? want to improve your life. Okay. Reconnection. I know it's been a while, but I miss being in your life. So, okay. Let me say this, Cancer. They may have not had malevolent intentions about entering into your life, but intention, what I'm hearing is intention is different than impact. You may have had good intentions, but the way that it was done impacted you in a not so nice way. It's like they had these expectations for you when really and truly they should have had those expectations for themselves. I'm getting that they were projecting. So for example, let's just say they may have been, let's say they gone on a diet, right? They want you to come on a diet with them, and they would say things like while they're on this diet, oh, when it's your cheat day and you haven't, let's just say you enjoy fries, French fries, you order fries, and they see you enjoying that, they then come in and say, well, you know, that ain't really healthy, so you really shouldn't be eating that. Like, when really and truly the expectations that they should really be for themselves. So that's where, you know, feeling boxed in came from, because they put too many expectations on you that they had for themselves, and it spilled over and it bleeded over, and you were like, I am my own individual and I set my own rules for myself. I don't need anyone setting rules for me. Now, if I see you doing something that is beneficial and I want to try it out, then I have that free will to do so. But don't coerce me. Don't manipulate me into fitting into this mold that you have created for me. That's not fair. And so, yes, it's been a while and they miss you, but I get the sense that they was overreaching. They were overreaching with you, and so you know, maybe you breaking away was judgment. Maybe you doing things their way, and you could have possibly switch up and did things their way, but it didn't really, it didn't bring you the fruit that you thought it would. And so you have walked away and you have focused on yourself. You may have probably, you may probably be getting back to who you are. And you know, you had a crow, that's confirmation. So it's like they wanted to see them in you, which is so strange. It's so strange is what I'm hearing. They wanted to see themselves in you, as opposed to looking in the mirror at themselves and making the necessary changes. So I am going to pull one more card from here. Bumping heads. Yeah, y'all were bumping heads. It didn't, you know, they may have had a side hustle. You know, y'all were bumping heads. But it definitely was because them putting you in a box. You not feeling rather that you could just let your wings spread and fly and just be who you are. They probably came from a very traditional, reserved family, whereas it may be the opposite for you, and you know, you may be more free-spirited. be someone that isn't afraid to try new things, whereas this person, you know, they come from a background where it's traditional, you stick to it, you know, it may be comfortable, but you put in the work until you get it done. That's like people who are on jobs for like 40 years. And, you know, they have people around them telling, you know, just hang in there, you can get the promotion. Whereas you may have been the person that left the job and started your own business because you know, you just wasn't raised to say, be that boxed in person. Life has many opportunities that you can take advantage of. Why just stick to one? Why play it so safe is what I'm hearing. So you guys were kind of opposite. They loved that about you, but they also hated that about you. This is where this love-hate comes from. Okay? So, before I close out, I just want to use this and just like say success. Whatever you're working on is going to bring you success. You could have been dealing with a Capricorn, or you may have a Capricorn placement in your chart, or this person may have Capricorn placement in their chart. Obsessed with you. Yeah, they're giving me obsessed vibes. Like they like you, they love you, but they hate you at the same time. This person is confusing. So I am going to pull a deck because I'm coming up to my time and I don't want the video to be too long. But let's see what affirmations we have. Oh, Dreamer. Even during times that discourage me from carrying on, I will continue to follow my dreams no matter how difficult. Though road bumps will set me back, I have determined that giving up is not an option. I will never abandon my dreams, right? Let's pull one more. Two cards came out. Ambitious. In a world where possibilities are endless, I can do anything I set my mind to. Power and ambition courses through my veins. When I intentionally reach towards my dreams will meet me with open arms. And then this one, caring nature. I will always aim to be sympathetic, empathetic, compassionate, and kind. However, I will avoid expending my own mental health and happiness for the sake of others. My first priority is me. Did I not tell you that? Did I not tell you that? You are someone that is different in how you move. You know, that doesn't mean you're not traditionally ambitious, but you're not traditional in the sense that you're going to go on a 9 to 5, work for 40 years, or do something that doesn't align with your creative side. And it's also like how I said, this being a independent woman, this person saw it and they didn't really try. Or no, they didn't reciprocate that. They loved when you were compassionate, when you were kind, when you were empathetic, but that wasn't reciprocated to you, and it didn't fill up your cup. They had a difficult time filling up your cup. And that's not to say you can't fill up your own cup, But if you're in a connection where you were taking the time to pour into this person, you expected them to pour back on you, and perhaps they were incapable of that. And so that is your reading for today, Cancers. I'll see you in the next one.